Right, what is up guys, it's James FPS here on the Tom Clancy Central channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit more personal. On this video we're going to be talking about, or I'm going to be talking about, what I personally want from the campaign mode in Ghost Recon Wildlands. I just thought this would be a nice change up from what we do most of the time, which is generally fact based. We have done a couple of top 5, but other than that it's mainly been information videos. So I just thought I'd go into what I would personally like to see from this story mode from an outsider's perspective. I have never properly played a Tom Clancy game before, so I thought it could be interesting for people who have played these games before to see what sort of things an outsider would like to see. Anyway, just before we get into this, do drop a sub if you are new, leave a like, all that good stuff. Don't like to have to ask for it, but just how YouTube works these days, unfortunately. Anyway, let's get right into it. So I think one of the most important things with campaigns and story modes, whatever the hell you want to call it, as I've said before, is the atmosphere. And I think the atmosphere here needs to be gritty, it needs to be edgy, it needs to be not necessarily depressing, but it needs to be dark. But I don't think all of the game needs to be like that. I think they do need to keep some aspects of the game a bit more light-hearted, just to keep it feeling like a fun FPS game. Well, not necessarily an FPS, but like a fun shooter game. What by this I mean they need to have scenes that are dark and depressing and a bit grim in effect. Like one thing I have read is that there's someone who likes melting his victims' bodies in sodium hydroxide, I believe. I think it's sodium hydroxide. Yeah, there's a guy called El Pozzolero whose job is to melt human bodies. When you're playing that, it's going to be serious. It's not funny, it's serious. It's messed up, as said by the lead developer of the campaign. On the flip side of that, it says there's going to be a guy called El Chido who's a pop star. So, who's supposed to be like a comedy character, effectively. So, hopefully this can be some sort of light relief, and on the flip side, the guy that likes melting bodies, that could be the sort of darker thing that I think could be well implemented. I think the player's own way of playing the game could certainly affect the atmosphere, shall we say. Certain choices could make it so the game is more dark. Say if you go around killing a load of people, the atmosphere could be pretty hostile towards you, for example. And I think that would be a good thing. Determining how you play affects how the game plays. I think that would be a really cool thing to have in. And I'd also quite like if there not to be a set ending necessarily. And what I mean by this is that how you play affects how well your performance is. Say if you do a really good job of keeping the living people on side and you eventually take down the drug cartel, that could be the best ending possible you could get. But if you don't do very well and you sort of cause uproar, you could cause, say, Bolivia to fall into chaos in the worst case scenario. I think that this could be a really cool way to give players a sense of they are really affecting the world. If they could also make the game harder by, say, your actions being negative towards the people of Bolivia. Say, for example, if you had a mission where you're supposed to work with them but you killed some innocent citizens and the word of that got around, that could make the mission harder, and that would make the world more in-depth and more playable, I guess. And I think that would be a really cool and innovative thing to say. We haven't seen much of that in the past, and I think this would be a really great way to move on the genre as a whole. And I'd like to see, in terms of combat, there be different ways to be able to play. Missions shouldn't be solely sneak missions. There could be aspects of a mission that is best designed to be sneaky, whilst there could be aspects of a mission where you just need to go in all guns blazing. That could be really cool. I don't want it to be like, I don't know, an Assassin's Creed or game like that where it's like, you must do this mission without getting detected. No, I don't want that. I want it to be up to the player to choose how to do this. There could be recommendations, like the person giving the mission say, this place is heavily guarded, so you might want to take a more stealthy approach, but if you want to, you can still go in and snipe people. You can still go in and kill them all with shotguns. You can do whatever you want as long as you achieve the goal. I think that would be something that is really cool to have in the game. Well, that kind of wraps up what I have to say about this, to be honest with you guys. Anything in particular that you'd like to see in the campaign mode, do tell us in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you on our next video here on the channel. Bye guys.